Right, we've finally managed to get the S2 on the ramp. I've had it probably nearly a week now. We've finally managed to get it on the ramp, have a proper look over it and just see if we can figure anything out. The more I look at it, the more I think it's been crashed. It's not been crashed. I think it's just gone off the road. It's not been in a big accident, but there's certain things which I'm going to show you in a sec that are pointing towards this being crashed. So let me show you. First things first though, we're going to get it washed because I'm feeling a bit sorry for it. It's looking a bit tatty and I want to see what the paintwork's like. So we get outside, give it a wash, we're going to bring it back in, fit the strut top mount, and then we're going to get it inspected on the ramp. Well, a little wash and it's looking pretty much immaculate. This is yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I knew under all that dirt was a decent car. Yeah, it just needs a little bit. There's a couple of little bits I've spotted. Actually, first of all, this side we've got a little dent there and a little bit of rust which has to be sorted. And then we've got round this side, got a bit of filler in here. Yeah, a little bit of filler in there and some dirt. Yeah, apart from that, pretty good. So we're just waiting now for the strut mount to come, and then I'm going to take it on a little, not a drive, but I'm just going to move it around a bit. I can't drive it at the moment because obviously the strut is just going to smash the bonnet. So yeah, hopefully, well, I think it said about 12:30 should be here. So I'm going to get that fitted and take it on a little short road test. I'm still waiting on the oil and stuff because it's 10W50 Titan Pro, which we're going to be using in it, which no one stocks. So it's one of those oils you got to just buy off the internet. Got it from OP Oil. So yeah. Right, so I've got the car jacked up. Just whizzed off the top hat off the top mount. It's fallen through. So basically it's nearly off. Just got to try and get this actual bush section of the, so at the moment this rubber piece is actually stuck to the strut tower, so we need to get that out of the way, and then we're going to try and pull the shock down, slip this in and put it back up rather than have to remove all of the coilover and everything. So hopefully, let's say we can just pull this down and squeeze it in. Right, I've managed to wrestle it in without actually having to remove the shock. Managed to just sort of pull the shock down enough to squeeze the top mount in and bolt it all back up. Now the strut top mount is sorted and it's movable. I'm just going to give this engine bay a little bit of love. Just going to blow out some of the cobwebs and try and just make it look a little bit nicer without spraying it with water. Really don't want to do that, especially as there's stuff like this just hanging around. Ooh, nice little bit of wire in here, just, you know, doing whatever it's doing. So yeah, we're going to blow it out, try and blow out some of this and just clean it up a little bit, give it a little detail. Right, so there we go, all detailed, all cleaned up, all the cobwebs gone. All cleaned up and looking nice. Yeah, looking way better than it did. So that's only sort of 5 minutes with the detailing brush, the spray, bit of air, bit of shine, tyre shine stuff on there. And yeah, it's looking good. So I'm gonna try and get this a little bit better than this, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's all coming together. Anyway, on with the main event, the crash inspection. So let's have a look, see what we're dealing with. Starting off with scratches all across the front and mud. We've got basically this side. So this is the side where the strut top mount was punched through. So we fixed that. But looking back through the history, this has had all powder coated arms put on it and subframe. So if you come over to this side, this is not powder coated. That's original. And also, it's got a new track right then on this side. And also, if we look at the camber, this camber here, see the holes are on this side. So this camber is at full negative, right? So this is a full negative camber, can't go any more negative. This side is almost fully on the positive side, and the camber is almost the same as this side. So something is not right here. Whether it's, I think possibly the subframe, because what I'm gonna do, this subframe is adjustable. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tweak the subframe, I'm gonna bring it this way and this way. So we've got an issue at the moment as well with caster. Caster is where the wheel sits in the arch. It's not sitting central on this side. It's sitting slightly to the back, which again points to an impact. So we're going to adjust that by moving the subframe because it's not got adjustable caster. So we're going to adjust the subframe. I'm going to pull the subframe forward, let's say forward this way, and I'll bring it this way. So it changes the camber. So I'm going to adjust this again, and it changes the caster, which is this bit here. So yeah, hopefully then it's all going to line up. Also, as we go back, another few bits that sort of point towards an accident. The exhaust is punched up into the bottom of the car. So it's actually, I don't know if you can see it, you can't really see it there, but there is a little, it's worn through the heat shield and there's a little dent just up here where my finger is, can't see it, but yeah. So that's touching there. I've managed to tweak it away and it doesn't touch anymore, but it's very, very close. Also, this box, you see that there, it's been punched in, so that's been hit. And we've also got damage here. So we've got damage all across there. I think what's happened is it's run up a bank, all mudlet, all mud in here, all mud stuck in here. I reckon he's gone up a bank. It's definitely been like a blunt impact because otherwise you'd have like bent wheels, popped tires, stuff like that if you'd hit a car or something hard. I think it's just a blunt thud and it's sort of shifted the subframe. And I mean, this looks kind of new as well. I mean, if you look at this one, look. So that's quite, looks old, and this one looks like it's possibly new, but just been sat on the car for a while. So, you know, different arm. I mean, it could have bent the arm. The impact could have bent the arm, but it's definitely tweaked the subframe, so we've got to straighten that. So fingers crossed, I'm just gonna tweak the subframe, it's gonna sort the caster out, and then we can readjust the camber, because when we move this subframe, when we move it out, it's gonna cause the camber to go like that, so we can bring the camber back in here, which is the idea really. But yeah, we're gonna give that a go. So we're winning. The subframe adjustment has worked. The caster is now central on that side. Come around to this side. Nice and central again. So a bit of adjustment in the subframe has sorted it. So if you're a regular viewer and you've watched the CRV videos, you'll remember I found a K&N air filter in the cupboard upstairs. And I put it on the CRV. Well, it's not on the CRV anymore. It's now here, fitted to the S2. So I want to part salvage today. I've already robbed the K&N off the CRV, and now I'm about to rob the Forge dump valve, recirc valve off the S3 because, yeah, I've got another one to go on. I've actually got this one, another Forge one. It's half atmospheric, half recirc, so that can go on the S3, and I can have the brand new Forge one I just bought on the S2 because it has one of these. I mean, these aren't the most reliable recirc valves, the original Bosch ones, and this one's probably pretty ancient, so I'm going to swap this out for a Forge one with the uprated spring and see how we get on. Right, there we go. Okay, so now we can get this bad boy fitted to the S2. This is a brand new, I bought this, it cost a fair amount, 135 quid. Bought this for the S3. The S3 now owes me way more money than it's actually worth, so why not take it off and put it on something else? I'm gonna say something decent then. The S3's all right, it's just the S2's way better and far more deserving of a decent recirc valve. So let's crack on and get it on. Okay, so the recirc valve on these is pretty accessible. It sits in a pretty good place. It's just up here, right here. So it's not that hard to change. So I'm just going to chuck this in now and give it another little run. Right, so he's in. You see him sort of buried in there, but yeah, hopefully that's up the right way. That's the way it came out. I'm trying to think if that's the right way. Well, we'll soon find out. Next on the list, fix the broken ignition valve. So this is going to be fun. I've got to drill out this piece back here. Got to drill a little hole in that to push the lock out to replace the barrel, which is going to be really fun because it's sort of buried in here. So, So, got there in the end. 4th time lucky. You've got to literally drill through and hit this pin, push this pin down here, and then you can slide the barrel out. But trying to guess where that was pretty difficult. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4th. The 4th one hit it down. I managed to pull it out. It's taken me about an hour to do that. Right pain in the ass. So now we've just got to fit the new ignition switch. It's a Febby Bilstein one. Same as the lock. The lock's a bit clunky, but I think that's just because it's new. So I'm going to fit all this up and just make sure it all works and the ignition works as it should. Well, that's that. The lock doesn't fit. I've just tried fitting it in. It doesn't. The angle's all wrong. Must be like more than one part for this car, but yeah, it doesn't fit. So yeah, we'll have to leave that for the minute. As usual, thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone that liked the previous video. I'll tell you what, we didn't hit the 200. If we hit 100 on this one, I will definitely tell you what I paid for the car. We didn't quite hit the 200. I think we were at 125. So let's try and be a little bit more realistic. 100 likes, I will tell you what I paid for this car. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.